listen to the feedback others give you? Do you ever overreact when others criticize you or your work? Do you give others feedback just to prove that they did something wrong? Do you always give negative feedback? Feedback is vital in both the workplace and at school. It allows you to grow and succeed, and it also allows you to help your teammates, family, and coworkers grow and succeed with you. As student council members, we are going to be the future leaders of America. We're going to be the CEOs, bosses, and politicians of the future. It is our job to know how to criticize and to receive criticism well in order to succeed and help others succeed with us. Please listen to my speech on constructive criticism so I can helpfully give you advice about how to give helpful feedback and receive criticism effectively. Gosh, why can't you do anything right? Why would you even do that? This is all wrong. And so is what you did last week. I can't believe you did this. You make me feel so disappointed in you. That was an example of how to give bad feedback. Here are some ways not to give bad feedback. Give more positive than negative feedback, says CBS Business Network, Interactive Business Network article titled 6 Ways to Give and Receive Feedback to Your Boss and Coworkers. Keep your emotions out of your feedback. Keep to the point and don't bring up irrelevant topics. Always say, I feel. Never say, you made me feel. Here are some ways to give good feedback. I think that your work is really good, and your idea was really good, but your final product was really unorganized. I've seen some of your work in the past, and it's amazing, but compared to this, it's not as good as what it's been in the past. I feel like you can do a better job on this, and I hope you will next time. According to an article posted on Women Leadership 101 called How to Give Good Feedback that I found on October 3rd, 2011, when giving feedback, make sure you are specific and give exact details of what needs improvement. Reinforce things that you like. Tell them what they did good. Make sure you know what you're talking about and that you aren't just making stuff up just to give criticism. Give suggestions for improvement for next time. And keep your tone, voice, and your posture calm, collected. Don't be overly sweet because they might just forget about it. But don't be overly harsh to imprint a scar on their memory. What you say to peers, teammates, and coworkers can have either a positive or a negative effect on them. By keeping your feedback calm and to the point, you can let them have this experience of getting criticism effectively. And that way, they will not feel uncomfortable. So how does this affect how you work? Why is it necessary to give good feedback in the workplace? According to The Art of Giving and Receiving Feedback, a book by Shirley Portner and Karen Massetti Miller, workplace feedback is the information we provide to fellow employees and team members about their acts in order to help them meet individual, group, and organizational goals. I also learned from this book, The Art of Giving and Receiving Feedback, that the two acts we generally provide feedback on are work performance and work-related behavior. People enjoy getting praise, but they hate getting chastised or criticized. If you tend to give out more positive and negative feedback, people will realize that they notice when they succeed and you also care about them. This respect that you earn giving them good feedback will make them respect you more later on, or will make them help you later on when you need help. So now that you know how to give good feedback, we must learn how to receive feedback. When you receive feedback from your parents, or your boss, or your teachers, do you patiently listen and try to implement what they tell you to do, or do you ignore what they say? Are you quick to defend your actions, or do you realize your mistakes? Here are some ways to receive feedback. Listen to everything they tell you, not just the positive feedback, but also the negative feedback that you might not want to hear. Don't overreact or get defensive. Everyone makes mistakes sometimes. Remember, when receiving feedback, that if someone is willing to take time out of their busy schedule to give you this feedback, they care about whether or not you succeed. So how do you receive bad feedback? What happens when your boss or coworker tries to give you bad feedback? According to the book, The Art of Giving and Receiving Feedback by Shirley Portner and Karen Massetti Miller, the best thing to do is to take control of the situation. Keep calm and tell them calmly that you understand why they're upset and that you'll try harder next time. But also make sure you get to the root of the problem and not just stuff that they are just making up. Make sure you understand exactly what they're telling you. I hope that you've learned a lot from my speech, and I'm giving feedback and giving helpful feedback and criticism effectively. I told you about how to give good feedback, what bad feedback is, and how to do that, and how to give good and bad feedback in the workplace. I also told you about how to receive feedback effectively, even when sometimes feedback may be bad. Whether you need to give feedback to your best friend, your boss, your family, or your peer, I hope that I've helped educate you on the ways to give good feedback. Also, I hope I've showed you how not to give feedback and help others succeed. Thank you for listening.
Rachel, remember, positive feedback and negative feedback. Everybody wave. Hi, we were here.
Oh, okay.
We witnessed his speech.
We're real, we're not fake.
Okay, how's that? I'll zoom in so it looks like I did.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just dying.
I'm here, I'm just coughing in the
All
corner.
right, well, thank you guys for listening to my speech.
Welcome.